Welcome back. Up to the final three parts of my CEO garage at the moment, level 1C. Following vehicles are in there: the Monroe at 490k, then a Furore GT at 448k, the Inferus at 440k, Tornado Custom at 405k, the Massacro at 275k, the Enos Super Diamond at 250k, and finally the Jester at 240k. Let's get it started now. First up, the Monroe. It was one of these cars that I hadn't purchased, and I, quite frankly, overlooked it a little. And finally, when I did purchase it, you don't have many tuning options, but it is a real classic, and I'm very glad I bought it. It looks fantastic. Let's see how it handles in the snow. And to be honest, I was quite surprised. Nothing stellar, but it was also not disappointing like some of the other cars. It could handle itself, quite a nice space, some good handling. So nothing to be ashamed of. Good car. Over here you notice that it could use a tad bit of power, extra power, but that are just little tiny bits, little remarks. Over here I made an error, but still it was nice to drive it in the snow. Let's put her back. Let's go for the next one. Another car that you don't see many people use it in free roam. You hardly ever see it, to be honest. Is it the lack of tuning details or the tuning options? Who knows? But I have used this car in stunt races, and it is something. It is a force to be reckoned with. It has great handling. So let's see how it will do and how it will fare in the snow. And to be honest, the Furore GT didn't disappoint. Fast pace, good handling, some good sliding action. It's one of these cars that you don't have, once again, not many, you don't have many options at LSC, but quite frankly it doesn't need over the top visual tuning. It's a very nice car. And the handling is in the snow is quite good. So definitely a keeper. Next up, an older super, the Infernus, with its very distinctive exhaust. It's a central exhaust back. You see them driving around in Los Santos a lot, used by the NPCs. And in the right hands, this is a car that can do some damage, even against modern day supers or recent supers that we got in Grand Theft Auto Online. Of course, its top speed is not as high, but I've seen quite a few. See the video made by Broy where he was almost beating a Tempesta. So that says something about first of all the skill of Brody, but also about this Infernus. If it is piloted by the right driver, it can do some major damage, and in the snow also it can handle itself. Next up is a car for which I didn't have high hopes, and it doesn't handle well in the snow, but it doesn't need to. It's something else. It's a Tornado Classic, so a Tornado Custom, pimped at Benny's. Beautiful classic car, but well, this is something that you use to cruise, not to speed. And in the snow, I wouldn't recommend using it. You cannot outrun people in this car, and in the snow, it's even worse. So, only use this car to cruise and when you're in friendly sessions, but when between brackets your life depends on it, this car will not get you out of trouble. It's easy prey, but it is a car that you definitely need to own when you're a GTA player, for sure. You have to have a super, at least one super, and that's an understatement. And you have to have at least one of these classic cars, and this Tornado Custom is a real beauty. So don't sell yourself short by not obtaining it. Especially Benny's version is really nice. Extreme amount of tuning options. I really enjoyed it when I was tuning that one. Next up, the Massacro. Now this is a real race car. You see them a lot in the stunt races. Very dangerous car. Very, very good handling. I'm not particularly fond of its, let's say, of its looks, especially the back, but it is a force to be reckoned with. It's a very nice, very good car. And whenever you're not sure which car you can use, this is in the sports cars, I think, and you're not sure, just pick this one, and you can be damn sure it's not the car that will let you down in the races or in the stunt races. Also in the snow, very, very good handling, ample amount of power, good handling. It slides through the corners, it can correct itself. It's very good. Next up, another luxury car. I did have once again high hopes for its handling, and I was correct. It does handle itself way better than a Tornado Custom, but it is a heavy car. It will slide out of control. Go when you take a turn, it will slide out of it. It will run wide. So, but still, when you go for a luxury, the Enos Super Diamond is one of these cars that you do have to own, and for the price, 250k, that's peanuts, you know. I think it's the closest to owning a Rolls Royce that we will ever have. So get it in Grand Theft Auto Online and get the feel of luxury. I tuned this one golden on the outside because of course the interior is also golden, and I did want to match the interior with the exterior with the interior. It's a car that it suits this car. In my humble opinion, of course. Let's put it back. Let's go for the last one, but this one, man. If you do have to buy one of these cars that I have in this section of the CO garage, this is it, guys. The Jester. This is the best car. I perhaps would go as far as saying that this car is the best car that I used up till now, even better than the Nero Custom. This car is just great in the snow. Also in stunt races you see them being used a lot by the players. And there's a reason for that, of course. I opted to go for the non-racing version, so I could trick it out as a regular car. Which of course also cars with race liveries, but just see how fast this car goes, you know, in the snow. This is the best car for sure. Top choice for this part of the section and for on a much broader scale for the entire CEO garage, and that for only a price of 240k. That's a real bargain. Thanks for watching again. I will see you for the final 2 chapters, so level 1B and 1A. Cheers.